Pandemic restrictions in China have had a huge impact on the local markets after foreign investor trading activity at the Nairobi Securities Exchange, NSE, fell by half last week as global markets pushed capitals into safe havens. The investors accounted for 28.9% of the NSE's weekly traded turnover of 1.28 billion shillings, down from 58.9% of the previous week's turnover of 1.44 billion shillings. Let's take a look.
Nairobi Securities Exchange over reliance of foreign investment has once again been exposed. This time, the exposure is a result of the ongoing protests in China as the government implements tighter COVID-19 restrictions on the back of another spike in infections in the country that has seen widespread protest and unrest in the world's second largest economy. Local markets analysts say that foreign investors have decided to put their money in safe havens in case the unrest leads to a dip in trade activity in Kenyan businesses, a factor that has seen both local and foreign investors cause the inactivity witnessed in the bond and equities market in the country over the last few weeks. With the Kenyan stock market already under pressure from the capital flight occasioned by the upward revisions of the US federal benchmark, lending to a 14-year high of 3.75 to 4.0% to counter inflation, its pressure on the local market as foreign investors' participation on a downward trend, with Q2 closing at 6.154% to the 45.55%, according to data by the NSE. The four largest stocks by market capitalization at the NSE, Safaricom, Equity Group, KCB and EABL, which account for 70% of the total investor wealth at the bourse, have shared between 0.6 and 4.3% of their valuation in the past 1 week as a result of low demand and trade by foreign investors. Overall, the market capitalization or paper wealth loss for the stock market stood at 72 billion shillings in the past 2 weeks, with nearly half of these losses, 31.2 billion shillings, recorded in Monday's trading session. NSE has been hanging by a thread as last month foreign investor withdrew a net of 890 million shillings from the local market, bringing the total wealth taken off the Kenyan market for the year to 22.3 billion shillings. Since the beginning of the year, investor wealth at the NSE has dropped by 698 billion shillings to stand at 1.938 trillion. For Local Business, Edwin John Mukora.
We launched the derivatives market, the second market in Africa.